Hello, Peter. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you again.
Hello, Armin. Nice to see you.
How is life in Austria?
I really missed you, of
Oh
course.
yeah, hey, 1 week without Peter is
Yeah, it's horrible.
like 7 years without water and bread.
And women.
Like
Yeah.
20 years without women. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. How is
Yeah.
Austria weather technically?
A lot of rain and thunderstorms
Yeah.
yesterday night, but nice because all the people are complaining not enough water and so. I think it's better now. And you're welcome to the viewers, of course.
Oh, of course, welcome. If somebody is watching this, really welcome. Yeah, we appreciate that a lot. You 3 or 4 who watch this, thank you very much.
Yes, there are a few, but I think these few ones,
the right ones. You know, we are not mainstream mass people entertaining, but we talk to the right ones. So the ones who watch these videos are really the selected ones, you know, the elite, the special ones.
The clever ones.
And most of them. Some still want to complain and want to whatever start criticizing what we are doing.
Yes, but you know, when I read comments or somebody says something like that, I always say, you know what, take your computer, make your own stuff, and let us judge your shit.
Yeah, exactly.
No problem.
Yeah, this is what I always said when somebody tells me that I did something wrong in my YouTube videos, and I simply, okay, then make a video, upload it, show it to the world, and then we talk. Nothing. Yeah.
I don't know if I ever mentioned it because I'm kind of, how you call it, dement. Yes, dementia. Because you said mainstream media and so on. And what's very interesting is the same people some years ago said, fought against the establishment. Establishment is bad, and the established media, everything. So, but now they say, don't trust the alternative media, just the established media. Same folks who fought the establishment.
Oh, it's like a flag in the wind. Yeah, this is critical thinking, or thinking in general is not very widespread anymore.
But you know, since I'm really watching a lot of news shows and boards and discussions and so on, in my opinion, I think they are right. If we all get vaccinated, the pandemic, the horrible zombie apocalypse will be over, and these few stupids, these few how you call them, non-believers, we have to get, and I really, I'm a big fan and big follower of this German Dr. Menger, how is it called, Menger? No, Lauterbach. Funny guy.
It sounds very similar, but it's Lauterbach.
They, especially, I love they like to also vaccinate now the children, tiny children, and pregnant women, and so you will see. I know you're a conspiracy theorist and the tinfoil head guy, but you're not right. You know, for 2 years now, I got this complete full information of the United Scientists of the world. You know, they said in the television, and you know, television never lies. Television always is telling.
Of course. And the scientists are philanthropists. They like Bill Gates.
They just do everything just because they like to save the humans and
of course.
the earth.
Of course.
Even they are such how you call it, philanthropists. So they want to change the weather for us.
Yeah, Bill Gates spends all his money to darken the sun. Imagine that.
You see?
I mean, how generous is that?
But on the other hand, every day the sun darkens without Bill Gates.
Oh, yeah, maybe he didn't think
Or maybe
that far.
he is it. Maybe it would be day all day long. But
I think he didn't think this thought till the end, because in the evening the sun goes away anyway. So, but I'm not sure.
but
Yeah.
there's a new study out. It's
Okay.
from highly sophisticated scientists from the I don't know, Bugs Bunny or not Johns Hopkins or the Bugs Bunny, or I don't know how this is called. And they say if Bill Gates or another philanthropist is able to darken the sun just for 1 second, when the sun goes down earlier, 1 second every day around the world, of course, because the sun is all the world, and then climate change will be slowed down for, I don't know, for some minutes. So it's not 2030, but 2030 and 30 minutes when everything is burning. And so,
makes sense.
You know, every little part of the
half an hour more life before we burn in this big oven of hell. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Every effort should be fine for that. Yes.
Yeah.
I only can support that. Now I think you're right. Yes, all this working against doesn't help. We need to go through. Everybody needs to be vaccinated, and all these non-vaxxers and non-believers. But what can we do with them? You can't change their mind.
No, you. The only way, and this is people know how to do it.
What did Lauterbach say? He has an idea.
He didn't say it, but I think in his heart he knows. You know, from the German history, if you have some people around, you can't change them, because if you're Jewish, you can't. He's Jewish, you can't change him. So they put. You have to put them in camps. The anti-vaxxers and I don't know, the Waldorf and I don't know, Uyghurs and the Muslims and I don't know, everybody, the Jehovah's Witnesses, everyone who don't agrees with the whole mainstream narrative, you put them in a camp. And so they are free. You put them in a camp,
in a free camp,
so to say. You concentrate them in a camp.
Yes,
and they are free to go whenever they say, okay, now I've learned it. It's okay. You're right. So it's not against human rights or so, because you are free. It's same with vaccination.
Nobody forces you. No.
Nobody forces you. You are free. You can say yes or no, but if you say no, okay, then you can't go to a restaurant or to cinema, but it's your decision.
Exactly.
You're free. Totally free.
Yeah, we might, the few left might run maybe soon with some, I think we will have a bracelet or something where it's written, so we are not vaccinated, or I don't think that we get another of these yellow bands there.
I think that's a new kind of ism, totally free ism.
Totally free ism, yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
A little totally, a little free, and a totally
little ism.
Free ismists.
Every ism is rubbish. Yeah.
And there's another aspect to this whole story, because you know there are many people who can't earn their money, who can't earn
or lost
money.
A lot of money. They have no chance to make money. Of course,
lost
like
their
you
job.
And me.
Yes, I can't do archery schools anymore, and so for about 2 years I have no income because of it's a bad virus. We know it's not the politics, it's not
it's a deadly virus. It's a true pandemic. We see dead people on the street everywhere.
Yes, they fall down like
I saw yesterday a video of someone in Mallorca, because Angela Merkel said, please don't travel to Mallorca because it's so horrible there. Don't go there. And he showed me a video where he was walking around as he was every 3 seconds tripping over a dead body. And
Yes, I think it's in Bowman area. They after 3 o'clock in the morning, they fall down. You wouldn't believe.
Maybe they mixed something up. Yeah.
The Bowman virus. They fell down every night.
Polinario 6. Yeah.
But
yeah, but they should they should do something for the people who didn't have income now anymore.
Yes, and they do. And
they
you
do?
know what they do? They really care for you. They really care. All our politicians.
Yeah, of course, the government cares about us. Of course, I understand.
Yeah, like Ronald Reagan.
It's their job. I mean, it's their job that we elected them, that they care about us.
Like Ronald Reagan's quote, the most feared words in the United States is, "We are from the government and we are here to help you."
Exactly. Then you know you're screwed.
You're done.
Exactly. No, but I believe that too, that the government is here to help and protect us, of course.
Yes, and the government also knows, for example, that I had no income now for 2 years.
Yeah.
And so, they are kind of how you call it, psychiatric or how you call it. I don't know. They know how to really help you because they know that I'm an archer, because it's official. I have this this company, this archery and so on. So and of course they are right. The people have to get vaccinated. There's no way around. There's no way around this.
It's like Bill Gates said, when the last one is vaccinated, we will be free again. Yes.
Yeah. So? It's like the sun will rise again.
Yeah. No, we don't want, because we have climate change already. We just fight the sun, We can't let the sun rise. Oh, now we're in a problem. This is a dilemma.
So it will be a big problem because also of political correctness. You can say have a hot day or a nice day or a sunny day.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish you a sunny day. Nice.
And on directly a Nazi or something. Yeah, it's not what me. Yeah, we need to be careful.
So I don't know. I'm quite sure because I listened to more of Mengele, Lauterbach's speeches and also Dr. Drosten's podcast.
He's one of the best.
I love his hairstyle. He's so stylish.
First of all, he looks like Pumuckl grew old.
Yeah, a little. I have here a little Drosten. I think he looks like this with his fluffy, nice guy.
Yeah,
it's a bad pandemic. Oh, you're gonna die if you don't get vaccinated. Oh, Chris, how are you? He's like that. He's a cuddly guy.
Yeah. And very trustworthy. That's why, because everybody
yes. And I listen to him, and I listen to Mengele, Lauterbach, and so on. And so the Austrian government, we have a nice government here. It's a young chancellor,
Kurz. Kurz means short. What do you think is short in his regards?
He's very clever. Short-minded would not be the right term, but some say short-minded. And because his name is Kurz, they say we live in Kurzistan.
Kurzistan. Okay, that makes sense.
Like Merkelstan.
Merkelstan and Kurzistan.
Södistan and Kurzistan. Yeah. And we also have a nice. He's from the Green Party. How is he called? Our health minister.
I've forgotten now.
Mückstein.
Something like this.
He's nice, and so they did a new program for jobless, for people they lost their job because of the horrible pandemic.
Yeah, we know.
Zombie apocalypse, and so also they had some ideas, because you don't need a job for a long time, because when climate change is there, nobody can work anymore at 40 degrees.
It's only that you have a little income for now.
Then yes, have a kind of bridge to over
exactly,
this.
and compensate a bit for the loss you had the last 2 years.
And they have a lot of data of the jobless. They know everything. If you have a cat, if you have some pets, and so they know I'm an archer, and they know, so they know I'm an archer, and they know they have big problems to get, because there are still some unvaccinated. They're strolling around like panthers, like tigers. These are dangerous
people. Yes, they have no idea.
They sneak into a restaurant and just looking around.
Yes, and infect other people because they are asymptomatic carriers. They feel very healthy, but they're
Yes,
asymptomatic,
yes,
and they infected even the ones that got vaccinated.
Yes, they're stupid.
Yes.
They just walk around.
I mean, how can the pandemic be ever over when these unvaccinated people run around?
Yes, and that's the point.
Okay.
And that's the point. And now they made me an offer because I'm an archer and I'm also a hunter. They sent me a kind of equipment box, and so
nice.
we will get the people vaccinated. At first, they sent me a big bottle of, you see.
Oh, AstraZeneca.
AstraZeneca. It's, I don't know. I think it's for 2 to 4 people.
Yeah, it depends. Small one, maybe you can 6 or 7. Yeah.
Babies, you can shot a lot with
exactly.
Big guys, you need
a bit more.
And I prepared this, and you see, it's a completely new, sophisticated system.
Incredible.
It's a arch vaccine, archery vaccination system. So
Archination.
Vaccinatory. Vaccine.
But they should have spent another 500,000 euros to find a nice word for it, catchy, something, They spend so much money.
I'm now switching from Bowman to vaccinator. The vaccinator.
Oh, the vaccinator is coming.
I'm stalking through the night with a quiver full of this. And it's a wonderful, because my other arrows are bringing death to the target.
Yeah.
And this brings life. This brings health, happiness, everything.
Wow.
They when I shot them, after that, they can go to the cinema. Exactly. They just pull the arrow out and, oh, wow, I can go to the cinema.
Thank you. Now. They will most probably say thank you, and then they can go to the cinema.
Thank you, sir. I'm going straight to the cinema, to the soccer games.
That's incredible. But how much do they pay you for this, to do it? Each shot?
That's a little tricky, because you have to shot every person twice. So you have to find them again, and you just get paid when you can confirm.
Okay.
So, like a sniper, you have to have a second person. So my girlfriend walks with me and does the paperwork. And makes
but she has on her phone then a face recognition camera, so exactly this one is not vaccinated, this one is free to shoot.
It's the Vaccinage app.
Exactly.
You have it on the smartphone. She has to make or I also can do it myself and make a picture.
But it's always better when you have a spotter. Yeah, of course.
Yes, and before the shot, I have to make a picture with this app, and it's a QR code and so on and everything, and it's green and it's it's a wonderful app, and then you shot them, and, and then you say, hey, you got shot and now you're free. You can do everything, and our government helped you, and we helped you. Yeah.
And you get directly with Bitcoin money, cryptocurrency on your mobile phone, or how does the payment work?
Yes. And they also said, because they have a lot of AstraZeneca, they would pay me in AstraZeneca.
Okay.
So I can sell this to Sudan or Ethiopia, or you don't know. I don't know. So you can choose Bitcoins or euros or AstraZeneca. I'm unhappy that it's not Johnny Walker. That Johnny Walker isn't on the list. But AstraZeneca is a nice.
That makes sense.
And they have lots of them. They have. I have seen pictures of warehouses full of AstraZeneca, because it's so good nobody wants it, nobody needs it, nobody likes it. Because
and I think even the Austrian government ordered maybe a little too much of it in the first hype, because they got then a little bribish money on the side, and they said, okay, instead of 1 million, let's order 10 million.
No, I mean, it's a completely new situation, and don't you listen to Drosten and Menger-Lauterbach? They say every day we learn.
Oh, okay.
How so? It's better they order some fantastillions of vaccinations.
Yeah. And now these lazy people don't get vaccinated. You know, this is, I mean, the government does so much, spends a lot of money, gets a lot of bribe money in their own pocket, that we get vaccinated and we don't do it. So that's why I find it completely correct that you get this now, that you can up your income a bit. Yes, makes sense.
And there's another bad thing. I don't know it from Austria, but from Germany, they every day they break the numbers of the vaccinated, how many are vaccinated and have one vaccinated, two vaccinated, and so on. And now it turned out they don't know how many are vaccinated in Germany, because they've one kind of board. Every doctor has to type in, I vaccinated this guy, and so on. And on the other hand, this board is not the same, because the Robert Koch Institute also makes a kind of, how is it called, a poll. 1,000 persons, I don't know, every day or every week, I don't know.
Once in a lifetime,
every year, I don't know. They ask if they got vaccinated, corona, of course, SARS-CoV, etc. And they say, oh yes, I'm vaccinated. They make it cross, and so these two numbers are,
they don't match,
20% apart. So if the German government says there are 60% fully, how they said, immunized,
something like this, they found a new word for it.
So if it's 60%, it could be 40 or 80.
Wow.
You don't know. Very interesting. So I will check out if I will do this job for the Austrian government. I think you can, you know, a lot of people made a lot of money with masks and tests and so, and if they pay with AstraZeneca, maybe I can make a lot of money with.
Of course, the test doesn't say anything, so everybody who got to, of course.
And you will see, because so many people don't like to get vaccinated. That's not true. These are just
they simply don't get the whole information right.
Or are they simply too dumb? They don't understand. They sit in front of the television and they pray and tell and think, and they well, that's so I don't know.
Makes sense. I mean, we can make a lot of money with it. Imagine Lars Andersen would do this. He can shoot 6 arrows in 3 seconds, so he can make directly 300 euros or something in a second.
That's true.
Imagine that.
I don't know if his arrows would penetrate.
No, within a small needle in front, I think you can get through a layer of cloth and through the skin.
Yes, but you can't shoot a needle with another needle. You need an arrow. To shoot the needle,
and you need a bit weight on the back that you push then the vaccine directly in,
because you have to,
like Bill Gates said, we shoot it directly in their veins. Yes, exactly. We need to do that. It doesn't happen with a lightweight arrow. I understand. And you need most probably even at least a 50-60 pound bow.
And it's also because the heavy impact of the arrow is a kind of placebo. So this guy knows he was vaccinated. He'll bonk. Oh, I'm vaccinated.
Exactly.
He will remember this if some sneeze or how is it called, influenza virus is coming along. Wow, I was vaccinated. It was like a pulse hit.
When you have a lightweight arrow, it feels more like acupuncture. You don't feel it.
Yeah, you have to believe on it,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
it don't works. But if you feel the heavy punch of the
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
super wax arrow,
Yeah.
then
Do you have to pay a special attention to the spine or something, or is it simply
you need, if you need a kind of depending on the draw weight of the bow, of course. For usually I use spine about 50 to 60 pounds, but with this heavy how is it called, syringe in front, you need a spine about 80 pounds.
Yeah, I think so, because you weaken the spine with this front heavy tip. I understand. And fletching wise, nothing, it's fine.
Bigger fletch is nice. I think this one has 5-inch fletches. I think 5.5 or 6-inch fletch would be better for this really heavy injection.
Yeah. Every inch counts. Every injection counts.
Injection.
Let's inch it. Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Makes fully sense. Yeah. And I like this idea that they at least pay you back now a little for these 2 years you didn't have income because they didn't let you work.
At first, I had a kind of ethical problem with it, because I thought, should you be like all the other people? They are, if they get paid from the government, they sing the song of the government, you know, like we say. And I always said, oh, that's horrible, because just you get paid by the government, you say, oh, everything is okay what the government does, and the scientists and so on. But now when I'm getting the money, I don't know, maybe they're right.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, I see that. I see that. Yeah, exactly.
And
fully okay by me.
Unfortunately, that's exactly how the human brain is working, because there are thousands and many of NGOs. They get money around 3 corners from the European Union, from the government, from the administration, and so. And then you say, no, of course, climate change. Oh, very bad. Yeah,
of course.
But I'm really afraid of climate change. Really.
Yeah.
And you know why I'm afraid? Not because of us, because if your diesel, your car don't fulfill every certificate and every inspection and everything, you don't get a license anymore, and the car is gone. But the sad thing is where the car will go when you don't get that certificate, because there's too much, smoke or CO2 or whatever.
Goes to Africa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they drive them for 20 more years.
But then you are responsible for killing people down there, for people getting lung cancer.
No, because the climate is around the world.
Okay. It's one thing we should not.
Have you ever heard that in Africa someone is dying from lung cancer?
I don't know.
Never.
Yeah, this thing is clouds and the weather, they don't stop at country borders. They simply go over it.
Yeah.
Without visa, without asking.
So if my car is not good enough for Germany or Austria, and that's the reason because I don't can use it any longer because of the CO2 and so on, you have to say, you have to give it to sell it and buy a new one, an electric also. And then they take this same car to Africa and they drive with this stone old Mercedes for 20 years.
Yeah,
you know it in the east, in where you were in Lebanon, old big.
They have all taxi drivers have the old Mercedes diesel.
Yeah, the 240. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, because these are wonderful cars.
Yeah, they are wonderful. They're durable. They work. They simply work.
They nail their mileage.
Yeah, I saw yesterday a post that China produces right now 25% of all the CO2 output. Germany, 2%. So, and when they want to whatever get rid of all cars and whatever, they reduce this 2% of to maybe 1.5 because heavy industry will be still here. They don't put heavy industry
It's
away.
like when a mouse pisses in the ocean.
Yeah, kind of the effect. Yeah, exactly. So what the heck? But hey, be green, you know.
Gerald Gross. He's always on. You know him?
I love him. Yeah.
You know what he last time he said? Because we have so low incidents in Austria, virus incidents. He said, if one gets infected, it's like when he is standing in Vienna on a bridge and masturbating in the river Danube, and in Bratislava a bathing girl gets pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah, I like him. He's really
he's funny guy.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. Not sure if he was always like this, but right now he's really playing the cards. So I like it. Yeah.
He's always like, since I know, and this Ö24
the TV
news
station.
outlet, in the official, ORF, the Austrian government Volkssender, you never have two persons discussing subjects like that.
Yeah.
Also not in ZDF or ARD.
No, of course. This is the ones you have to pay for in Germany. You pay GEZ.
Yeah.
Then you have a television. We need to pay for these ones. Even nobody is watching them, but you need to pay for them.
And you have to recognize how stupid this is, because if you have people like, and I also love his opponent, this Dr. Born Manor, he's a nice guy too. That is the discussion partner of Klaus. It's wonderful. Also, I don't like this Fellner a lot, who invented this whole show, but respect for what he did.
Nice.
And also Servus TV of Red Bull. That's the only one of the few outlets which is making discussions and critical shows about everything.
But on the other side is the question, should we even do this, or should we simply blindly follow our governments now to get rid of all these bad things we have on our planet, because only our governments are capable of dealing with it?
I thought about this the last week, and I found out this: if any person or any institution or anybody who is telling you how bad everything is, yes, there are starving children in Africa, and there's the climate change, and there's human rights are not okay in Nepal, and this and that, and so, and there's plastic in the oceans, and the turtles die on the beach because there's light emission, and it's horrible. All these want, in most cases, two things: your money and your vote. Because if you say, you see, everything is nice, of course, not everything is nice, but you are in my age, so I can say it, when we were young, the environment was really kind of destroyed. All the rivers were poisoned. All the old cars were thrown in the woods, and it was horrible. Every factory had no catalysts and so on, and they puffed out every shit and so on. And in these days, in fact, there were some children starving in Africa and dying and so on. And there were a lot of wars and so on. And if you think now, even in the Congo, they have medical kind of medical system, and so on. So everything since we were boys or guys has become better, not worse. And tomorrow it will be better than today.
Of course. We build back better. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And that's why every now and then we need a great reset, and then we can start fresh from new. That's why it's logic.
And since they decided they dislike war, because a war always was a great reset, so they have to make it kind of artificially. But no, don't misunderstand me. I'm not for wars, but also true is there can be no peace without war.
Exactly.
Yeah, no darkness without light, and the opposite.
Yeah.
So I see we a lot in archery today again.
Yeah, we have a lot. We talked just only about archery.
But this is archery.
this is the new way of archery. Yeah, this is the legitimate way of going out on the street with your strong bow. We have a special quiver for it, I guess, that you can handle at least 10 of these.
Yep. I will make me kind of vaccinate the costume, like a kind of Batman costume, and so I will stalk through the night, and you know, this innocent, poor stupids will stand in front of a cinema and I can't go in, and so. And I said, hey, here's vaccinator. You can go in. I help you. Jump.
I help you. So cool. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it's vaccinator. Thank you.
Maybe they will point a flashlight in the
a vaccinator sign.
We need a vaccinator. Yeah.
A vaccinator symbol.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I like this idea. Anything else?
What is so interesting and significant for me is you hear nothing about medicine. You hear nothing about, okay, or have you ever heard, if you're getting COVID, or how is it called, or the zombie apocalypse disease, and you go to a hospital and so on, and you get treated and so on. I never have heard which medication, which therapy, what they are doing with you. Never. Not one.
No.
Yes, and in the American and the United States Congress, there is a new study out. I'm sure you read about it, that maybe the virus is from a laboratory in Wuhan. Maybe it's an artificial virus. So it's not any longer a conspiracy. It's maybe it is like that.
Or maybe it's simply a virus we have since decades. And since the PCR test doesn't show if it is a virus or something, you simply can tell everyone who is not tested positive with this PCR test, he has COVID. And somebody said so, and now it is so.
I think it's official that this PCR test can't separate influenza viruses from the coronavirus.
Nothing. It doesn't show a virus. You can test almost for everything, but it doesn't tell you this is a virus or this is the coronavirus.
Yeah.
And especially they were not able until now to fully, how do you call it in English? You know, the whole
DNA,
the whole virus body. Yeah. Now that they really separate this virus, that you can see the whole.
Yeah.
They see small fragments and they say, oh, this is from the virus, but it's not.
Yeah. But
simply an enzyme or something.
This kind of picture they have from the virus with the spikes, so that's purely artificial.
Of course.
Like the pictures the Hubble telescope sends us.
Yeah.
You know, this wonderful violet and greenish and blue, this galaxies and
all this nice 360 panorama I saw today from Mars again. They have a new panorama from Mars, from the Mars rover. Very nice. It still looks like this island in Alaska, but I can't help. Yeah, you know.
No, you're a tinfoil guy. I
Yeah,
believe
yeah, of course, me
in
again.
outer space.
Of course.
No, I believe they are on Mars and they were on the moon. I'm not
Okay.
in
No,
that.
they don't.
I believe
The Earth is still flat. There is no, we can't go there.
Oh, you discredit us if you say the Earth is flat.
No, I bring my aluminium hat now and it's fine. I can say things like this. Yeah, okay, now then we are, of course, moon landing was taking place, and you need to see that these Afghan, because we were talking before about Afghanistan, there's a few Afghan terrorists in a cave with a mobile phone were capable to make one of the biggest terrorist strikes in history, and they took down 3 buildings with 2 planes. I mean, respect. 9/11, no? So it's, I mean, respect. So that's why fully, I mean, thumbs up for this. I mean, it's good. Actually.
I know there's something wrong with 9/11, but I don't know. I can't find out what.
I mean, when you see this massive steel construction of these buildings, and then this huge plane comes and gets sucked in this building, you don't even see a small piece falling down, and then these buildings collapse nicely. It's of course the plane.
We talked before about this. You have seen this one building where in Florida collapsing the same way.
Same way, yeah. I know.
It can happen.
Can happen. Of course, of course. It happened 3 times directly there.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you have simply coincidences. They are too good to be true. Yeah. Yeah, we have to deal with it. Yeah, I believe so. Of course.
Possible. Yes, what I found wonderful, and I posted it on Facebook, was CNN had praised the Taliban because they wear masks when they stormed Kabul.
Very good. See, they didn't care about social distancing, but at least they wore masks. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. I think they even invented wearing masks for these things. But hey, nice. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah.
So there.
Funny things. Yeah, I mean, when you have this is simply because America has such a strong president who is capable of speaking, you know, eloquently to the point, and ignores every child which is around, not sniffing at them or something. You know, nothing. He's such a good president.
I don't dare to imagine what would have been if Trump would be president now and this would happen.
This first of all,
because they even fuck Biden for this.
Yeah. The thing is, this would not happen and the pandemic would be long over. But we don't have Trump.
Yeah, because Trump has said, okay, we don't pay any more to the WHO. We don't pay any more to China or so. Yeah.
Take away the money.
And you know what's also very interesting? Before the pandemic, there was big trouble in Syria, war and human rights disaster. There was big trouble in the Mediterranean Sea with the refugees and refugee ships and so on.
Yeah.
And what else? Yes. And many stuff more happened. But now it's just 2 things. The zombie apocalypse and climate change. It's burning. It's burning.
Yeah.
The people lightning the
woods. like small one-way lighters. We start burning already.
And around the world every year in these dry days it's burning since thousands and millions of
years. But this year it's different.
Even
this year's 40 degrees in Germany are different than the 40 degrees we had 30-40 years ago. Because it's 2021, everything is a little different.
Can you remember when I was a boy, I saw television documentaries, and it was like in the Yellowstone Park in the United States or in Canada somewhere, I don't know, all these big wood burnt down.
Yeah.
And then they made kind of super, how after the fire was distinguished, how the flowers grow, how the plants grow, how happy the animals were. Oh, everything is blooming and everything is wonderful after the fire.
Yeah.
It was wonderful because they said the fire is necessary to bring the nature up again, and it grows bigger than before, and so on. Nowadays, it's a big problem.
Yeah, it's kind of like a reset, That's such a forest fire resets the forest.
Yeah.
A
But
great reset.
nowadays, Bambi is crying.
Yes, of course. There is one bush burning, and then they already start. Maybe that's why in the Bible we had already the burning bush, but I don't know. Yeah.
There's a theory out. The burning bush was also kind of drug. So Moses smelled the burning bush and went on the mountain, and so
it was most probably peyote cactus. He ate a little
like
of it, and look, the tree's on fire. Yeah, you never know.
Look at that golden calf.
Exactly.
You damn Jews. Interesting.
Yeah, we don't know because we were not there, and we only have the official narrative, which we can believe or not. That's the thing.
We talked before about it. There's a kind of conspiracy theory that Moses and Tutmosis of Egypt were one and the same person, because Tutmosis also invented a kind of monotheism. He just had the sun god Ra, if I remember well. Yeah. And Moses always fought his Jews because when he turned his back to them, they built the golden calf or fucked the neighbors' women, the pagans, and how are they called? Pagan.
Yeah. Pagans, I think.
Like that, yeah. So they had a big tendency to have more than one god. And the same was true and so maybe this Moses went out of Egypt like Moses did and took this monotheism around, which became later this religion.
Yeah, I mean, when you see that in history, there is always a lot of these son of God, and he had always 12 disciples, and this repeats in history all over the place, and Jesus was not the only one. So, and died and rose again. And this is the same story you find in Mesopotamia and whatever, all over the place down there.
Because we talked about that woman who has which has a snake body. We talked about it, the dragons and so on, and the snakes and so. And just yesterday, I saw the very early, I think, Sumerians or so. They had her name was Tiamat. It was the same. It was also a woman with a snake lower body. But I can't imagine how they spread their legs then. But
maybe they don't have to.
So don't sound like fun.
Only look at Alfa Romeo. I love Alfa Romeo cars, but look at the logo of Alfa Romeo. There is the snake with an open mouth, just eating a human figure.
Really?
On the check Alfa Romeo logo.
Yes, I have to.
You see the snake with an open mouth. Can be a dragon, but it's a snake. Like the from the doctors, and you see half a human sticking out of the mouth. On every Alfa Romeo car.
And I think also the Krishna is kind of snake, like in India. And even in Christianity, it all begins with the snake in the paradise, in the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Because women love snakes. As it seems.
As it seems, yeah. Great. Shall we want to continue, or shall we switch the topic to something serious.
Yes, let's talk about the knife of the
Knife of the week, exactly. Because I was just looking there and I was like, hey, I have the knife of the week. This is the one today. It's a nice folding knife. It's
Looks
from
good.
Böker, and it's a nice,
Yes,
it's a bit rusty now. I didn't use it for, but I used it for a long time. I like the blade design. It's really nice, sturdy. It's very thin. It is one of these gentleman knives.
yeah,
You
yeah.
put it
You
in your
can,
pocket and you forget it, but if you need it, you see the blade is just the right length, and then it's this you can operate it one hand. What I always like, and it's just and it's a satisfying sound when you open it.
yeah.
This is,
Yeah.
I like
And
this one. It's a Böker knife, has a clip on it. You can
yeah,
carry it deep in your pocket, and has the G10 scales. It's just nice, and it's
looks
simple.
nice.
Nothing
Yeah.
fancy. It's just simple but
Yeah.
working. I like.
And it has the stylish simpleness.
Yeah, this is what I like. This is simply reduced to
Yeah.
form follows function, kind of.
Yeah.
Not
And
too
you
much.
can carry it in your smoking in the evening.
Exactly. This is what you take out, and then if you need it, you have it. And it's really, well, it's now a bit blunt because this one I used really long. I like.
Oh, looks good and looks like a carry knife you can have around.
It's every day. Yeah, it's every day. I have it always with me.
Yeah.
Yours?
One of my favorites is this Fellkniven F1, a Kydex sheath. You see,
nice.
I made myself also a leather sheath if I like to carry it. Because I disliked, but it's very functional, very good sheath. Nothing wrong with it. And I use it as my car knife. So I have a kind of console in the middle with you can open, and
there's
this knife, and like every these Feldkniven are very
nice,
handy, nice knives with a full tank. You can break glass with this, and you have the lanyard hole, and I don't know the name. A nice kind of rubber-like, not rubber-like, but it's very sticky, and it's like leather. It becomes more sticky when it's wet or bloody.
Very
also.
Good. Yeah, just what you need. Yeah.
And a really
massive.
So you
4 millimeter.
Yes, and you can, for archers, may be very useful. You can work out arrows from trees or so.
And I always like this grind. This for me is one of the best. You can use it for everything. You can cut your sausage or your bread or your tomatoes, and you can do some heavy duty work with it.
Yes, and you can get it really sharp. It's
easy.
I think
they're easy to sharpen.
VG10. I don't know a lot about steel, but it's really nice. And I rather would have this big one with with the leather. With the leather grip, the same is around with a leather grip, and also a big one, Odin or something. But they cost a lot. They're really expensive. And with this knife, I have this original Fellkniven, a kind of small, sharpening.
Sharpening, not fire starter.
A diamond sharpener, and on the other side, it's more finer than the diamond. Yeah,
nice.
And I carry this with the knife. I put
Makes
it
sense.
here. You see, this is like that, and so I can.
Okay.
Like that. Oh, no, just here. Ah. Yes, like that. You see, it's one unit.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a nice knife. This is versatile. Every day you can use it for something.
Not too big and not too small. You can. Yes, it's also not longer than your switchblade, I think.
Nice.
By the way, Böker knives, I had some. These are nice knives.
Made in China, but yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But it's good quality.
I don't know if this Fellkniven is not made in China.
Yeah,
you don't know.
I mean, I bought mine in China.
I have the first knife produced from Benchmade. You know, Benchmade
Yeah,
are
but of course
very
I know
expensive,
Benchmade. Yeah.
very expensive knives for usually. And
Mhm.
this was the first one produced in China.
Okay.
And it's one of the,
Spyderco.
no, it's a Benchmade. It's a
Yeah.
Spyderco hole, but it's a Benchmade with a
Okay.
liner lock.
Okay.
And,
But they work.
wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful, a big
Nice.
knife, you see.
Yeah.
And it was the sharpest knife I ever get from the
Mm-hmm.
factory sharp,
Yeah. Yeah.
like razor. And so you can't talk bad about Chinese
The
knives.
thing is, they have a lot of crap, but they have good stuff too.
Yeah,
This is, you
yeah,
only
yeah.
need to know where you get it and what you
Yeah.
get.
This is my everyday knife in my
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
And I think if it's a good company
Mm.
ordering the knives and making a
Yeah.
lot of quality
Yeah.
control, then everything is okay.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah,
I mean, it's like with bows from China, some people say, hey, you can't buy this cheap or shit from China. I mean, I just did a review of a Chinese bow, which is just beautiful,
yeah.
very well crafted, very well made, performs nice, everything fine. But of course, you get these on eBay and Amazon. They seem to be good too. And I had two of them, and one of them broke during the review, and the other one broke
Huh,
after 1,000 shots. So yeah,
yeah.
it's what you get.
On the other hand, 1,000 shots is not a lot, but on
Mm.
the other hand, if you buy a bow for 50 or $40, I don't
Yeah.
know.
So yeah, it was $100 bow, and that's 1,000 shots, and it
Yeah,
breaks. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. But that's not true with Acrolan. They are also about 50 to 60
Yeah.
euros or so. Have they become more expensive since they changed the model?
No, no, no. I'm not aware of that. The price is still the same.
Okay, okay.
I mean, it's simply they made this handle a little different, and
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
the rest, the bow is completely identical. They only changed. You had always the sticker in front. This the snake
yeah,
sticker.
yeah.
First, I put it on. We got it always that you can put it on by yourself. I always removed them, and now
Mhm.
they have it embossed in the limb, so it's now black, and you see it there. It's fine, and on the back, the description is different now
So it's
with
not a sticker anymore, but it's
the sticker.
directly.
It's directly there. Yeah.
So it's more beautiful.
Yeah, I
And
don't like
and
it because it makes no sense.
but it's clever because
Yeah.
you can't remove it.
Yeah, exactly. You can't remove it, and it's there. If you like it, it's there. If you don't like it,
could
it's there.
could be my idea.
Mhm. But for the rest, the design is completely everything the same. Handle is the same. The limbs are the same, and it's a good material. I mean, even the material
Yep,
mix is
yep,
good.
yep, yep. The only we talked off camera about it. The only critic I have is I have no critic about this bow.
Mm,
It's wonderful in
yeah.
any direction, but it has a lot of string follow from the beginning. So
Mhm.
I don't understand why they choose to make it like that. I don't know.
Your performance, I don't know, but it's not makes it not harder to shoot. I mean, everybody can shoot this bow, so that's why it's not a big deal.
Maybe it's more kind of sweeter to shoot. Yeah,
I think so.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it matches simply the draw experience, and everything works with this bow just fine. And as you said before we started, this is really the one who designed this bow is really a guy with brain, and he knew what he's
Yeah,
doing.
yeah,
So
yeah,
this
yeah,
is when you see this asymmetrical design with this handle, with this
yeah,
lower limb coming forward and down, and everything's so
yeah,
nice made and
yeah.
so balanced, and everybody can shoot this bow. It's
And
insane.
the and the double shelf
Yeah,
and also the longbow handle.
yeah.
It's
Longbow
just
handle, you have a narrow arrow pass. It's a nice smooth recurve.
yeah,
You can draw
yeah,
up to 31 inches. It checks so many boxes, and for this price, I mean, we still have a few bows laying around from 5, 6, 7 years ago. They lost now. They were whatever 22 pounds, and they have now 15 pounds. So they lose over the years. But this bow is not here to be shot 10 years. You shoot it 2, 3 years,
you know
and then
what? I let these Acrolan, these snake bows, sometimes I let them strung for
yeah,
weeks.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah.
There's even a German company. They sell them strung. because I was once in Cologne. You know these guys in Cologne with this 4D cinema. And I had a course there, and then I said, "Where are your bows?" And then they had the snake bows hanging there, strung. I said, "But you know that you should unstring them." Yeah, we got them like this from this online store. they send them directly strung.
You know, because you say this, this bow you sent to the other Armin, very difficult to string.
Yeah, you need to know.
Really.
Yeah.
And I, my Korean bow, my Kaya bow, I always let strung. And I think it doesn't damage this kind of bow.
When it's a good bow, it doesn't do a lot of damage. I prefer to unstring my bows.
Yeah, but if you know, to me, this Kaya bow is just for my archery workshops to show and to let some try it and shoot it, and I think also for this other, I mean, it won't damage the bow. I think he would damage the bow
more likely with wrong stringing and unstringing. You damage the bow. There is the most damage happening, of course, when they step through and then they twist the bow. And then you get delamination.
And you know, this one is tricky. This turns around, and so you know it's not so easy.
And I got from Alibo. They made ones very small, fiberglass, small horse bows.
Yeah.
And they came strung. They have 25 pounds.
Yeah.
And they're strung since I have them since 5 years, and they still have 25 pounds. So they didn't lose anything. They still they are there. You use them.
I don't know. I think fiberglass can't lose any power, no?
I don't know. Maybe because you have always tension on the connection from the wood sears to the fiberglass, but didn't damage anything.
But it's solid fiberglass.
It's fiberglass, and then it has a small wood sears and a wood handle.
Okay. But there are also bows around fiberglass only. So I don't know. I have one. I don't have it here at my hands, but I have one very old. I think from the 50s, 1950s. A totally straight fiberglass bow. It's like an English longbow, but a fiberglass bow.
Yeah.
Very narrow, American made.
Yeah.
I still have the original cardboard tube.
Nice.
Yeah.
One of these Chinese companies, they make these ones now, long bows, fiberglass as takedown. We have them 2 metal sleeves going into each other.
Yep.
And they are 20, 30 euros. Interesting.
This one is a nice bow. It's about 30, 35 pounds. Nice bow. And because it's a good design, it has not a lot of weight in the links, in the ends, in the tips. Oh, what's wrong?
I can't. My arms are not working. That's horrible. I can't reach my face with mine. I can't bend my arm more than this. I need to force it.
So, what have you done?
Yeah, stupid things. Doesn't matter. But one bow I wish to own is one of these old Ben Pearson fiberglass bows. These greenish, whitish.
Yeah.
They are not so cheap, but you can only get them in America, and then you have shipping again.
I had two. 150 pounds takedown. It looked like real horn.
Yeah.
Like real horn.
Like Marmor.
Wonderful bow. But a very good friend of mine wanted that bow for his son. His son has lost his fan shooting and had not, and he says, try this bow, and he liked that bow, and I say, okay then. And I have one left with 65 pounds.
Okay.
And now this same guy says he likes also if I would give away it at 65 pounds. So I think I will also give him that one.
Most probably. Yeah, but this
that one is dark green. I think I will show it before I give it away. I think it was kind of military use or so. There were also 2 arrows with that bow. I will show them next time.
I really once, it's a few years ago, somebody came to our range here in Malta with one of these bows and oh, it's an old bow from his father, blah, blah, blah. And then I read Ben Pearson, one piece, nice fiberglass, slightly recurved. It's more reflex, deflex longbow than the recurve bow. And I shot it and I was like, wow. And for a piece of plastic, wow.
Yep.
He said, do you sell it? No, he didn't.
But I got them all on the US eBay.
eBay, of course. No, you always find them, yeah.
Yep. And I also have another one with the original artificial leather bag. It's not a Ben Pearson, but it is kind of the same. It has a kind of aluminum handle and it's also taken very nice. About 40 pounds. It's I put on a fast flight string. It's a hell of a bow. It's my car bow.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So next time I will note this. I will prepare this Pearson and takedown stuff, and I show them to you.
Yep, thank you. Cool. And we just invented a new section for every week. You said book of the week.
Yeah. So what's your book of the week?
The thing is, all my books are in a box because I just moved a few weeks ago, and all my books are in a big box somewhere in my room. I only have one book out for a reason. So this one is in the book of the week. But I really enjoyed reading it, and I know I owe you the book reading review.
Yeah.
But I thought I might wait until your English version of book one is ready. Then I can announce in the video that the first one is now ready as an English English version, and this one will come soon as an English version too. How far are we with the English translation?
The Bloody Horn is finished. This week I go to the graphic guy. We will make the layout and so on, and then we will sure publish it as an ebook this week, and at the latest next week as a soft cover.
Nice.
Book. Good. Yes, it was a dry work to do.
Doesn't help.
And now
you could have written it directly in English,
yeah. And now I should do the second one, this mission.
Yeah.
But
it's way better. I mean, the first one was a nice read, but compared to the first one, this one is really, really nice. So there's really way more flow. Of course, you don't need to introduce all the characters anymore because you know them already partly. So it's really catchy. You don't want to get this out of your hand. You want to read it in one go. Really nice.
Thank you.
But now for that, I say this as a free will.
Thank you.
I mean, he will vaccinate me with one of his arrows when I don't.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, my name written on it. So if I don't say nice things about his book,
first pray. But at the moment, I'm in a kind of dilemma because I'm really got out of writing. I went out of the story. What will Bowman do next, and so on. And yesterday I read over this manuscript for the third part to get into, because that's what I would like to do. But now I have to do the second one in English.
I know.
So I'm disconnected a little from writing, but
it's normal.
Work. Writing is work.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we thought about with the graphic guy. I think it would be a good idea to put on the English edition a kind of small banderole in red, English edition. So the cover is the same.
Yeah. Because you don't know it if it's German or English. Yeah.
In this case, with Bloody Horn, you would know, but it's also just Bloody Horn, blutiges Horn.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good idea to put on a small
corner in red English or something. Yeah, makes sense.
Of
course, makes fully sense.
Yeah. My book of the week is by Simon Lovell, and I think all these scientists and also our government guys and women, of course, there's a lot of women nowadays in the government. I think they read it through and through. It's the title is How to Cheat on Everything. So here you can learn a lot of tricks, how to manipulate, how to cheat on everything. So I really, it's out of my, I have a big library just with magic and magician and manipulators books.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. And it's a nice book, nice read.
Nice.
And, funny enough, in fact, I can't do any stage trick with magic trick. I can't do not one card trick. But I think I got 30 books about it and read them, because just I like to know how it works. I don't like to do it, but I like to know how it works and what the trick is and so on.
I understand. Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting. Now
you know how to cheat. How to cheat on everything.
Yeah, of course. I mean, cheating doesn't have to be something negative all the time.
Oh, I see here one more. It's written by Harry Houdini, and it's also a nice connection to today's stuff, is the miracle mongers and their methods.
Yeah.
They're making a miracle out of everything.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. A new study found out this and that. Oh, really? Oh,
Delta variant. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Be aware.
I heard a discussion on the board, and one guy was pro and one contra, and the one guy said, yes, but Israel and Iceland, and so the numbers are going up with the infections and so on, but there are not so many hospitalizations, not so many people in the hospital because of the vaccines, because of the vaccination. And some weeks before, I heard they said, yes, the Delta variant is more dangerous with infection, it's more infectious, but it's not as dangerous. You will not get very sick from it. And they use the virus, maybe he's more infective, but it's not so dangerous. And they use this for an argument for the vaccination. Because of the vaccinations, there are not so many people in the
That's one part of the story. The other part of the story is that they have, what I heard, that the hospitals have the directive that if somebody comes as a double vaccinated, you don't even do a PCR test.
Yeah.
You simply treat them with whatever they have. Only if somebody comes without being vaccinated, you test them, and that's why you have different.
I heard something. I think on Servus TV. And they talked about Thailand, because they have incidents 1 or so in Thailand. And they interviewed a boss of a head of a big hospital in Thailand. And they said, how you do? Impossible, incidents 1, and so on, intensive care is empty, and so, and he said, yes, when a person comes to us, a patient, and says, oh, I have problems breathing or something like that, then we treat him like we would treat an influenza, with the therapy and medication we give to the influenza people. So, and if this not works, then we make a PCR test or kind of corona test, and then maybe we do another thing, or put him, if he will, how is it called, die from don't because he can't breathe or so, then we put him into the intensive care. And in our countries, it's the opposite around. You say, oh, my little toe is hurting, and say, oh, make a corona test, and so on. Oh, it's corona.
And there's always money involved. The hospitals got money. They got last year, they made then with intensive care beds, when you have 75% of Auslastung, that you reach already 75% of what you have.
Yep.
Then you get more money from the government. And what did they do? Okay, they reduced the beds.
And you know, it's so stupid. It's so stupid because, of course, it's all about money.
Yeah.
What should it be? To save the earth or what? It's all about money. And maybe the first thing was a trick to prevent the election of Trump and the trick, but it's also about money. Because if the Chinese dislike Trump for president because he likes to put taxes on their goods, it's about money. And if some vaccination company is clever enough, it says, oh, well, there's something going on. Let's think, come on, let's make a round table. Let's talk about this. And remember, friends, our goal is not to sell one vaccination, but 3, 4, 5.
Forever.
And that's all about money. So I'm separated from you kind of tinfoil headiness because I say it's all about money. It's not the big conspiracy, it's all about money. And one thing causes the next, like a domino effect. Yep.
Cause and effect.
And it's not just one interest, not the Chinese interest, not the American, and not the vaccinators, and not the government.
There's a few.
And as I said before, and the horriblest of all this stuff is that our government is as stupid and don't check this, because all of them or most of them have faked doctorates and faked schools and the daddy shoved this guy into that NGO, and after this government NGO he gets into politics, and then he gets to your friends, to the World Economic Forum, to Davos, invited to the young leaders, and then they get cancer like Merkel.
Yeah, of course.
For example.
All of them.
Or I think Jens Spahn also was there. I don't know. I think maybe our Kurz
looks a bit like he would be to be the spit licker of Klaus Schwab.
In the Davos sauna.
Klaus Schwab.
Oh, Klaus, you're a nice guy. Yeah. Horrible.
One day all these lies will come up.
Yeah, but now it everything will become better at first because we will get them vaccinated. And the second thing is, we talked about it off camera before. You know, there are good people around to say, okay, I take these 2 shots and then I'm done. It's okay. Everything okay. I go to the restaurant, I go to the cinema, I can travel around, and then it's okay. But now they come up with the second shot, third shot, and booster, and that, and that.
Fourth wave, we need another booster and a booster for this. And of course, every year.
And now even these nice people say, okay, now I'm out. Now I'm out. And
I mean,
that's a good thing.
You only have to listen a few minutes to what Bhakti, Suksharit Bhakti says about when you have
You're not allowed to quote Bhakti anymore because he's anti-Semitic.
Of course. When you say Rothschild, you're an anti-Semitic.
And you know what I don't understand? I don't know if he's anti-Semitic or not.
Totally not.
But it has nothing to do with his scientist view on it. Because even a Nazi can say a true thing.
Exactly.
And also a Muslim and everyone.
Exactly. Religion has nothing to do with.
But the argument in our news outlets is always, you mentioned Dr. Bhakti in the past. You know he's anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
So you're anti-Semitic too? That's the next step.
Yeah, of course.
It's horrible.
As I had I was commenting on a post And then he's not even friend of mine. He is a bow builder from, I don't know, Sweden, Norway, somewhere up there. He builds horn bows. And then he wrote to me a private message here. As, I need to tell you now, because you made there these comments about the Rothschilds. I said, Biden doesn't do anything. Biden does what the Rothschilds do, kind of like this. And then you know that this could sound anti-Semitic. And you know, I didn't know that you were an anti-Semite.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, if this sounds for you anti-Semitic, then, or if you tell me like this, you should maybe think about anti-Semitism when you blame me for these things.
And yes, and if you talk bad about Trump, then it's anti-German or what?
Yeah, I don't know. This is, but it's, you know, the mainstream media, they put out these labels and people like labels. Or like George Carlin said, the symbols, and he leaves the symbols for the symbol-minded.
Yeah. And exactly the same people which say there's no difference in any race or in any, every people are the same, any human is the same as they are. There's no difference around the world. There's no difference. These are, just a moment, this is anti-Semitic, this is anti-Sinti and Roma, and this is that, and this is that. And no, I don't know if we talked about the new rules of Amazon.
You told me last time,
yeah. So it's not an Indian guy couldn't play just an Indian. Yes, because and even in India, if it's a different tribe and so on. So,
and a straight guy can't play a gay guy. Hilarious.
But think about the opposite. Is then a gay guy allowed to play a straight guy?
Of course not. I mean, how can you? Only because it's a minority.
He never would know what the straight guy feels in his heart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was straight before he turned gay. You never know.
And also a murderer in the movies has to be a real murderer. And
by murderer, of course, yeah.
Or a judge. Imagine he's just playing a judge.
Exactly. How dare you?
How dare you?
Or a politician.
A policeman.
The president, you know, when they make a movie, the president, only the president can play a president.
Yeah, that's logically.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the outcome.
Logic and reason into this discussion.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious what's going on. This is all this distraction.
And the devilish stuff about this is so now you're an actor, and you're going to how are they called, casting, and they like to make a television serial about a gay couple. Okay, so, yes, I like to play one of these characters, and so are you really gay?
Yeah.
I swear I am. Oh, you have to. I don't. You have to prove. I don't. I don't like to think about. But so this young actor, or every actor or actress, even or queer person, everybody has to declare his sexual behavior to the producer or to the director of the television show.
Like I have to declare now to a restaurant owner that I'm vaccinated or not.
Yes.
I mean, hello?
You don't have to declare if you have HIV,
Nothing.
or hemorrhoids,
whatever you can come with every sickness.
Yeah, cholera, pest, yes, everything. Yeah, but
this freaking bat from China, from this market in Wuhan.
Yeah.
Yes, this made so much trouble.
I would recommend at first they should kill all bats, because this would have a double benefit. So because bats also produce CO2.
Yeah.
You know, they fart in the woods and they fly around like the jets. They fly all night around, and there's also another thing here around insect extinction. You know, the insects get extinct, and the bats, the bees and everything, and the bats are eating insects while flying big beds in Southern America, you know, they have beds like that, and they produce a lot of CO2. And there are no passengers inside, so they just fly for their own fun. And eating insects. So the first step would be kill all of these beds.
Yeah. To save the insects.
To save the insects, to save the climate.
Yeah, but it's tricky, as we had last time, because of the climate change, the global warming. We have more forests in China, and because we have more forests, we have more beds. So it's a never-ending thing, you know.
And in Siberia, in the tundra, and where there will grow more woods and forests, because if this, you know, this frozen soil gets fertile. Yeah, and when there are more woods, there would be more deer and wild animals. They again will produce more CO2, because the first step to reduce CO2 emission would be to kill all wildlife animals, because you don't need them.
Yeah.
Who needs the wildlife animals? Nobody, just for making pictures or what?
You don't see them anyway. So
you look a nice television show, Universum or something, and you see this better than in real nature. Yes. So what we really need are the pig and the cow farms, factories. They are making our steaks and our food. But the wild animals, nobody needs them.
Nobody needs them.
Just for fun, just for, oh, look, a bird, just for this. You have this terrible flying CO2.
Yeah.
And they shit on my car and everything. So you don't need them.
No.
Crazy world.
Yeah. All these forests, I think they are a problem too.
Yeah. And the oceans. And you know, the ocean, the sea level will rise.
Yeah. Exactly.
So on the Fiji Islands, they are building boats, because they will be away.
Soon gone.
But before these volcanoes came up from under the sea, and these islands were born, there was no island. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I always ask myself how they measure sea levels.
Yeah, I mean,
because they say
side, you could have the question that maybe these volcanoes didn't grow, maybe the sea level simply sank.
Yeah,
that they show up.
But how they measure sea level? Because sometimes I read, oh, well, in the Mediterranean Sea, the sea level has raised about 4 centimeters or 2 1 year. How do they? How are they doing?
I have no idea. I sit a long time on the shore and always think, how can you even measure that?
Yeah.
I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Take an average, or take all the waves out and average everything out over a 1 year, that you get one level, and then next
I don't know.
Different, and next
and then also think about the how is it called, ebb and flood, the let it not
tides.
The tides, yes, the tides, and there's some in the North Sea. There's the tide is about, I don't know, 4 meters, and in the Pacific it's about 1 meter, and there's I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
So
I saw it when I was in Mayafushi, is one of the small islands in the Indian Ocean. How are they called? The
Andamans?
No. Maldives? Maldives,
yeah.
And these islands are really only 1 meter high. And we were on the smallest island, so you could walk around this island in 10 minutes. It was really a small pile of sand with a few palm trees and huts on it. And I thought, when the sea level now rises 1 meter, we're all gone.
Yes, but it's the same.
But it's
like in Germany was this flood some weeks ago. If you're building your shit, nobody should live on the Maldives. In my opinion, it's just a sand pile.
But it never happened. They exist since I don't know how many years, and they live there quite happily.
Yes, it's okay, but it's a clock. Someday.
I like clock. A clock 17 as example. I would like.
Yeah, not that clock. What I like even more is Katrin clock. You don't know her?
No.
Look, she's on Facebook. It's the wife of Gaston Glock, the inventor of the pistol.
Oh, nice. Okay. You like her?
I think I don't know. He's about 80 and she is maybe about 30.
Oh, okay.
And she's posting nice pictures with Glock pistol, and she's a bad girl because she like guns and so. And she's doing a lot of charity and horse riding and so. Nice lady. You have to check her out.
What's her name again, Glock?
Katrin.
Katrin Glock.
Katrin Glock.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice black cat suits, and so she's a very stylish lady. I have a little heart for stylish ladies.
Of course, yeah.
Posh ladies.
I understand.
Yeah, and also for ladies who like guns and big barrels and so on. Okay, I think we have to stop.
I think so too.
Nasty.
We have now almost 1.5 hours, so it's fine.
Wow. And just talking shit.
Just talking rubbish, yeah. So thank you for all the watchers and listeners that made it until here. You really earn an award for listening to our crap.
Yeah.
But maybe you take one sentence or one word out of this whole discussion and which makes you think or something, and or I don't know, which proves a point you already had in your mind and you feel a bit better or something. You never know.
Yep. And to all our watchers and listeners and followers and fans and groupies and so on, be aware if you see the Night Stalker with the red cross, costume, the vaccinator is around. Watch out.
Watch out for the vaccinator, exactly. You could make a nice comic series out of this.
Yeah.
Not the green arrow. Who needs a green arrow anymore? You know, when you have the vaccinator.
He fights for the good, for the survival of humankind.
Yes. And then imagine he has a crowd of
mankind
there and he shoots like Lars Anderson.
Yes, get one whole bus of school children vaccinated in 30 seconds.
Wow.
Ouch. We're all vaccinated. You're safe now.
For every vaccine, 50 euros. Hey, you can make a lot.
Hey, it's vaccinator. Oh, we love you.
He saved us. Oh my God.
Is it a bird? Is it an airplane? Is it a rocket? No, it's vaccinator.
And then imagine all the merchandise, you know. All
vaccinator school bag.
And small plastic arrows with fake vaccinator arrow.
The vaccinator action feature is still is just available.
Okay, we need to only put him a mask on or something.
It's a prototype.
But he needs a mask. Sorry.
Yeah, he has a mask.
He has a mask. I see it now. Okay, good. Okay, then it's fine.
Yeah. But the costume isn't totally.
It's not the finest.
Designed.
It should be more white with red cross on it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think yes, I will design it.
Okay.
Give it a new design.
Yeah, it needs to be
really. Needs to be action feature.
Build back better, please. Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
We all need to do that, you know. We need to.
Yeah, they will love the television serial of the vaccinator and the comic books, and
there is a lot of going on. Books and
even a vaccinator drink for children in school.
Of course, yeah.
Sugar-free, of course, and lactose-free, and
no, you put all the good stuff in it. Come on.
Yeah.
And then a small set how to.
No. I'm on the other side now. It's all sugar-free.
Okay, but still a small set how to vaccinate yourself.
Yes, these are children's vaccination kits, so they can vaccinate, because in future this is it's not the only disease, so they will have 5 to 6 little syringes, and every morning instead of the cornflakes the children will vaccinate them, say, oh, I got me.
I mean, when we were small we played doctors,
yeah,
when one was a patient we were the doctor. So now they have the proper tools, they vaccinate them directly. It's great. You get them directly out of the kids room.
Yeah, maybe they can also make these tests with Mickey Mouse and so, oh, you have to rub Mickey Mouse's nose and then you know if you're healthy or not.
Exactly. That's cool, huh?
Yeah.
There's a big, I mean, big pharma, if you listen now, we are on something here, so we need fundings for that. So I can give you my bank account in the Fiji Islands.
Yeah.
And
the
then
Mickey Mouse test and mangas and so on. Oh,
there's a lot to come.
Yeah. And we will also make the little vaccinator bow set. You know, there are 3 vaccination arrows and the little bow and the little mask.
Yes.
And the little Red Cross squiver.
Nice. I like this idea.
Yeah.
And a small chip or the small microphone which changes then the voice of the kid that it sounds like the real vaccine.
Yeah. Yes, like Batman's voice.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool.
You know what? That old Batman Adam West played in the television serial. That funny one. That Adam West had the best voice ever. You have to check it out on YouTube. Original clip when Adam West is speaking. Such a great voice. I saw a little documentary about it, about this television serial, and they had another actor in mind. It was first choice. He was first choice, but then they casted Adam West, and they said he was the other actor was perfect. I don't remember his name, but
his voice.
Only the voice, and Adam West had the gift to make it totally serious, because it was crazy funny and stupid everything, but he made it deadly serious. And yes, Robin, you have to pay the parking fee because the government is making building roads for us. And so he always was a kind of moralist and educating guy. And their idea was, that's very interesting, they wanted to make a serial what the kids love and the parents, so they can watch it together. The family can watch it together. And so the adults laughed about Batman's jokes and so on, and the children loved him anyway. And the real Batman fans who liked the comic books were very angry about this, because that Adam West Batman or the serial was not the Dark Knight. In the comic books, it wasn't the funny guy. There was no comic, no comedian element inside.
Understand.
But over the time, they liked that one too.
But I'm just now in this new superhero picture of the vaccinator. I mean, who needs Iron Man or Hulk? You know, they're all from yesterday. They cannot go home because they have no idea.
We could also call him Vac-Man.
Vaxman.
Vaccinator. Yes, we have to make a draft. Yes, and there's also a kind of double existence, you know, like Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne. And
he has a real life, and then he's the vaccinator again.
Just at night he stalks out as the vaccinator.
Makes
and
sense.
If there is in some village or somewhere a high incidence, you know, then they put out the vaccinator signal, like with the bat signal,
and the vaccinator. They don't know when he will come and where he will sneak in, but he will. And one night after, everybody.
We have to close the schools and so on. We have to call for vaccinator. Like that.
Nice. It has stuff. It has really material to do something. So, but we need fundings, dear big pharma,
for a nice book.
And all philanthropists, you know, we support your idea, Mr. MS-DOS. Send us a few million, and we really make something out of it.
And you know what? It's more sophisticated with the vaccinator, because he wears his costume, so the people think there's just one vaccinator, but in fact it's a kind of brotherhood.
Yes, of course.
He's multiplied because there are a lot of vaccinators, but the people think it's all the same. I have seen him there. No, he was there. Like a phantom, you know, like phantom. Good idea.
Yes, a very good idea. Has potential. But we have.
And you are making the video tests with the vaccinate arrows then?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should see how it works, how much you get into then the body, and
Yeah, with 3D zombies.
Yeah, of course.
3D zombie targets. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice
so
idea.
what is left to say?
Thank you very much for watching. Make
Thanks
sure
for
you
watching.
subscribe to the channels. Make sure you write your comment in the section below. We read them all.
Stay healthy.
Yeah, stay healthy.
Stay protected.
Stay protected. Stay immunized.
Yes, pay your taxes.
Oh. Okay, pay your taxes. Yes.
Pay your taxes.
Of course.
Yes.
Support your government.
Yes. Be a gentleman to girls and women.
Always.
Yes.
This is a 24/7 thing. Always be a gentleman.
Pray in the evening.
Why?
Because every nice person is praying in the evening.
Okay.
Good Lord, I thank you for the nice day and for all the stuff you gave me and all the shit I was able to talk and so on.
I pray always in the morning. If this day is again like the last day, I tell you what. The prayer, okay. Okay.
Yeah, what else? Okay, so
yeah, we finish now.
Nice talk.
Thank you very much for watching, guys. And
thank you.
We see you in the next one, and most hopefully we'll have a guest somewhere around then again, but we see.
Yes. Yeah, we will
Thank
get
you very much. Bye bye, guys.
Goodbye.